it basically came into like a game of chicken, where it's like you
Oh,
can't.
okay, yeah.
I can gut it, no problem. And then he gut it, and it's like,
Oh, he just started hurling in the outfield.
It was like 10 minutes later, he was like puking in the outfield. I was like, remember the coach? I remember he was pissed. It's like, what's going on? Like, he's not feeling too good. What happened? I don't know.
Welcome to the Chip and Cern Show, the podcast about everything and nothing at the same time. They were possibly separated at birth, only to be rejoined to create the sweet sounds that will caress your deepest cochlea. The show is real, random, rant-filled, and ruthless. Please be warned that the show may hurt your feelings, offend your grandma, and even kick your dead dog in the balls. So get ready, and let's get this shit started.
This shit has started. I'm Chip.
I'm Cern.
And you were listening to the Chip and Cern Show.
Yes, once again. Or very possibly, for the first time.
Yes. Well, Cern and I were fresh off a face-to-face encounter.
And forgot to give you your stuff.
I know. Leftover, what was this? What is this, a holdover? Christmas present holdover. Oh, man. Yeah. So we're talking, we hooked up on Memorial Day. We were celebrating graduation, entering college world State. And the real world at Sacramento State.
To the real world.
Yes. It's like a transitional period for young adults.
Yes.
Well, that's exciting.
High school isn't so bad. And then from there you realize college wasn't so bad.
And then before you know it, you're 36 and you're like,
the alarm goes off. Like,
another day, another dollar. Another day, another dollar. We need some motivational, inspirational quotes across our bedroom window. But yeah, we had a great time, hung out, saw the place. Your paint job, your expert paint job, save for one little finishing touches, we'll just say.
Well, some finishing parts that I
just
did.
It's no one was even over that part of the house anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
Besides the kids just playing basketball.
Yeah, I mean the kids ain't paying attention to that. It's like the same thing. Like we have the spare bedroom. Whenever anyone comes over, it's like let's quote unquote clean up the house, which means like collect all the hurt from around and everything that drives you nuts and just go shove it into a room where you're totally going to forget about it.
It's like every sitcom in like cartoon from like the 80s and 90s.
Yes.
They open the door, like all the gets avalanche of shit comes falling down.
Yep. And so you do this for Thanksgiving or whatever, and then you forget about it and you're like, and you kind of, I don't need to ask. I'm pretty sure after a party, your wife's cleaning up it feels nice to have a nice clean house after a party.
Oh yeah.
You're like,
it was like 90% done. And it was just, so the party was on Sunday. And we're recording on, was it Tuesday?
And that's true.
Tuesday. So she had cleaned up everything and then 90% of it. And then it was just the stuff that I had to put away because I had to carry it.
Mm.
So that got put away today after being yelled at because I said I would do it.
Tardy. You always forget about the hurt room until you go to work the next day. Well, no, working from home, and you like our spare room is the office as well. Open the door, and you're like, oh, that's where all those pans that normally are just hanging out on the stove are just sitting on this bed now. And here's all the toys, and I'm like, I thought it felt a little bit less cluttered when I was out, but yeah. So, but yeah, I got a little stiff neck. Were
you doing chicken fights?
Almost worse than chicken fights. Standing on the shoulder and then jumping off my shoulders to do a cannonball into the pool.
I guess.
But chicken fights with I'm going to say kids preteens,
like sub 50 pounds. It's okay. After that,
let alone with a
as adults we used to do, where you like I thought like I was gonna need to be carried out in a stretcher.
I mean,
actually, you're fine the next day, but it's like getting out of bed. You're like,
oh fuck! I think I did some damage. I'd have done some damage.
We were like 21.
Yeah.
Today, I think I might have to go to the hospital.
I was just thinking that. What do you think? How bad would the pain be from a chicken fight in your 30s?
I would have to call in from work.
20s?
I'd have to call in sick from working from home. Like, I can't get to my desk.
You couldn't. I don't think I could. I don't think I can give you more than like 5 to 10 degrees rotation on my head. Like, I probably couldn't. There's no way I could turn it a full 45 degrees to the side.
I just be all with the eye, fucking side-eyed everybody. Like, what's wrong with you? I'm like, I can't move my neck or my back.
Yeah. Oh man, I did, and then I busted out my my Theragun. I got a Theragun for Father's Day last year. You know, one of those, like, it's basically a compact drill, but with a tennis ball
knob on it.
Yeah, with a knob on the end. Just like, and you could, I think the lowest it goes is like 1,700 RPMs, and it goes up to 2,500. I think
the intensity there.
So yeah, I mean it, and you could push, and you could like push in as well. So I did a little bit of work on my neck with that thing, and every time I use that, I'm always like doing it, and it's like, oh, it sounds like you're fucking jizzing. You're like, oh.
What's going on in there?
My wife's like, what's going on? I'm like, well, I need to do this every single fucking day because it just feels so good and I feel so much better. But then I don't for some reason.
Yeah, you don't. I always try to get Jeffrey to walk on my back.
Oh, yeah.
Well, then it turns into like WrestleMania. You know, it's like rock bottom and shit. I'm like, we went from great to now you're going to put me in the chair.
You went from great to you're going to put him in a chair. You know what? I have been getting the Instagram, you know, you ever get caught up in the different Instagram algorithms? Right now, I'm in a wrestling one. And I've been sending them to you because they fucking make me laugh. And I like the old...
I think I got them too.
I like the old wrestling ones, so I'll send them to Cern every once in a while. But I never really... I wouldn't watch wrestling or WrestleMania, but I knew who fucking Stone Cold was. I know The Undertaker. I know... a lot of the main characters from that era.
The Rock.
You know, who was the
Booker
guy that put...
T,
Kurt Angle, all those type of guys. So now there's all these, you know, fucking memes and GIFs and shit that me and Cern.
Yeah, some of them were... I think I sent you the one with the kid, like, leaving last day of school with the milk and did like that.
Yeah. That was really good. Do you remember the Stone Cold E.T. that we found on YouTube?
Oh, yeah. Made me laugh.
And I know if there's any younger listeners listening, which is probably not happening. The YouTube as you know it today is an entirely different YouTube than what existed when we were watching YouTube.
Shit, YouTube, I don't think YouTube was around until...
like 98.
I'm saying 04. Like the Janet Jackson nip slip was the reason they... I think that's the reason they created it, because they missed it. And they wanted a platform to be able to go back
to see titties.
View shit. Yeah, I mean, this internet was new. Porn wasn't as readily available.
Oh, that's true.
.com.
the hub sites weren't popping off like they are now. Yeah. So basically, YouTube was just basically what Instagram has now, which is like kind of funny videos. But it wasn't pranky shit. It was like.
No, Jeffrey watches shit. It's like a lot of like screaming at the top of your lungs and like over.
Is it like talking head shows, kind of? Like this guy's a personality sort of thing, or is a what exactly is it?
They'll do shit like, I'm gonna fill my house with my whole downstairs with packing peanuts. You know, it's like then the guy will buy like he'll legit like fill his house with like 5 feet of packing.
But these people always live in like Utah. And I'm like, this house costs
Texas.
you $80,000.
Yeah, or Texas. That's the other guys I've noticed too.
Okay.
So they have this huge. It's always like and some of it's just over the top where it's like,
right, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, I take this card that's worth $100,000 and I burn it. I'm like, that's fake. You fucking printed it.
Yeah.
Or you deserve to get punched in the face. One of the two.
And then they make tons of money from their ad revenues. Then they can spend money to buy tons of packing peanuts.
Yeah, because that's like, packing peanuts. There's some
Charlie's seen some Mormon family, and they have this fucking pool they have in their backyard. 2 different waterfalls, like coming off into the pool. It's like a huge pool. It probably cost, I don't even know. Anyway, they're like, we're going to fill the whole pool with, balls. Like remember the playground balls?
Right? The McDonald's playground.
Yeah,
balls, right?
yeah. So they just got like 10,000 balls and they just let them go into their pool. Like when the water's there, so they're all floating around. I'm like, and then what do you do with these things?
Yeah, so
you just fucking wasted all this stuff just to get some clicks? I don't need them that bad.
I gotta hook up a phone. Shit.
Yeah, I'll do that for free. I don't get clicks for that. These were ages, 14 through 34.
Look, wait, YouTube was around then, we would be millionaires.
Oh, wow.
Because these guys are.
Yeah.
I mean, there's that guy that Jeffrey watches, PokeRev. The guy's worth over $1 million. He used to open his Pokemon cards on camera.
And he's buying the cards though himself, or people send him different packs and shit.
Sometimes that too. Yes, like some other guys, like this is go to his channel. He's a great, they kind of like
like a collab.
But the guy will send him like legit. Like I was like, God damn, he's sending him a couple grand of cards.
Wow. Okay, so then you get people trying to like basically buy their way onto your channel to get your reach. Yeah, interesting. Well, we had so after the party we went we thought we would our kids are young enough to be a night in the hotel is basically a vacation. Plus it had a pool, so we were good. And that was like a double vacation. So okay, cool, let's do it. Got the thing, and for some reason I wasn't thinking clearly, but I've learned my lesson. I just got one king bed, and I thought, oh well, we'll just be like, oh, it'll be camping. Like the kids can sleep on the floor. Because I mean, I always used to sleep on the floor when we would travel, but I don't know. In hindsight, my experience is probably a little bit different from most people's. Cerny's attuned to, but I feel like kids sleeping on the floor is
they got
not...
the double. They just got one double.
They just got one bed. Mom and the kids were sleeping on the floor. So, yeah. So we started with them on the floor, and we were swimming the whole day. And I mean, they went out like quick, but before we knew it, I would just wake up at some point, and the fucking sheets on here are like 180 grit sandpaper, and I'm like
in your skin.
Yeah, and there's only a sheet on me, and I have the fucking sliver. Like somehow I still have the sliver on the side, and I look over, everyone else just fucking no problem in the bed.
Oh, crocodile death rolling right around with you.
And I'm just like, one, can I get some freaking warmth here? I feel like I'm trapped outside. I'm gonna go under like Jeremy. I'm gonna succumb to the elements, like Jeremiah Johnson, dude.
Jeremiah Johnson.
And so, but yeah, and then on the way home, I don't know if you guys do this, but I force this on my wife. I do like a retrospective. I'm like, okay, what could have went better on this trip? So next time we can improve, and what went good, just unpacking it a little bit.
We won't do that.
Yeah, I'm like 2 beds minimum. That's just the new rule. I've mandated a new rule for vacations because I'm not sleeping in one bed again.
Oh,
but yeah.
Oh no. I think I slept on the floor. Well, shit. For Joe's bachelor party, I slept on the floor.
Oh, I can't even. That sounds unthinkable.
I couldn't share.
How wrecked were you the next day?
Oh, I was pretty wrecked. My back was howling.
Oh, dude, I would have snuggled up with Joe.
There was no snuggle up with Joe at that point. Because
he had
right. So much
That's
drink,
right.
He passed out. But he was being crucified on the bed, like his arms were out.
Like you guys were gonna make a sacrifice out of him. He was in like all fucking spread eagle.
Yeah, exactly. He was just, and there was no moving him. He was, and he was sawing logs. So I was like,
oh yeah, I could see some sleep apnea early on.
Same thing. The Brad had the other bed.
Oh
yeah, and he was sleeping almost identical. And they're like, you could. So I was like, there was no room for me to fit. We're on a double.
Oh, it was a double bed.
Yes.
Oh no chance.
No chance.
No chance. You get real fucking friendly.
Hey, his fucking feet ring off the end of it.
Like an ogre, dude. Like Shrek in that bed. Joe probably looked like Shrek. Oh, man. Yeah, we learned a lesson in that one. And we were walking around Sac, and we came across a place. I was like, oh, this is where a high school reunion was.
Oh, man.
The 10-year high school reunion.
I don't remember that. I mean, I remember going, but I don't remember the place.
It was like, remember we went either there around the corner. We actually ate around the corner called Cafeteria 15R or something, 15L or something.
Oh, yeah.
And it was kind of connected, but yeah, and then I started doing the math, and I'm like, our 20-year reunion is next year, 2 years from now.
2 years, yeah. Wow.
Not cool. Not cool. And I'm like, oh, man. But the 10-year reunion was, that didn't feel like enough time had went by. There was many people. I'm like, I didn't really need to see them.
No. And only 20-year. If I see them, like,
yeah. I'm like, I could wait more than 10 years next time before I see them again.
Let's let another couple decades go by before we meet again.
Yeah. They'll probably just think the same thing about us, which is fine.
Yeah, there's a couple people where I was like, ooh.
I know, you got to be careful.
There were some mock romantics that I'm sure they haven't forgotten.
I know, I've blocked this out of my memory. Have they? Yeah. So we did that. We did some more swimming in the morning. And of course, they got the hotel pool. Literally, you open the thing. You're just looking down right on the pool. Had a perfect view of the pool.
Oh, no escaping it. No escaping at that point with that kid.
So guess what time they got up on, this is Monday morning. My one day off, fucking Memorial Day. 5:45.
Oh, man.
And the son's just standing, like looking at me, like talking to us. Like, why aren't we fully awake and alert?
Oh, God.
And I'm like, oh, my wife's like, oh, and I'm like, oh, I'll take him. I'll take him, I guess. And I was like, got my phone. I'm like, coffee? Okay. This place opens at 6. I'm like, let's go, kids. So we're walking around downtown Sacramento, fucking 6 in the morning, went to this coffee place. Temple Coffee. Very tasty, I will say. One of my favorites. But, yeah, not how I wanted to spend my Monday morning. Plus, with the not great sleep situation.
Oh, yeah, that's even worse.
It was compounding, yeah.
I think I went to the spa.
Oh.
On Sunday night after everyone left.
Yeah.
And then was nice and relaxed and just went to sleep. I don't think I got up until... Actually, I slept in. I got up at like 9.
Wow.
I
don't even know if I'm capable of doing that.
I think because it was like... We always had something come up throughout the week, so it was like I was up till midnight, and then I'd get up
okay.
I'd get up at 5, and then up till midnight, get up at 5, get up till midnight. So it was like...
You were overdrawn.
Yeah, it was like 4 days in a row of like running around doing, like it was this or that.
Painting.
Get up at 5 for work, and then got up at 5 and didn't realize my call was canceled the last day. I was like, oh, fuck.
How much could you have slept longer after that?
Oh, 2 hours.
Oh, dude, I would have fucking been... That's happened to me too, and it's been like, oh, I get 30 minutes back.
I remember seeing the email, but I didn't really connect it. Mm-hmm. You know, it was just like, oh, okay. Because it came from somebody I usually don't really read the emails from.
Yeah.
So I was like,
they're on the pay no mind list.
Yeah. And then I was like, what happened? Oh, fuck, it was canceled. I'm already up with my cup.
You're all dolled up too, yeah.
Yeah, I already had a couple. Already had half a cup. I was sitting there drinking. I was like, oh, fuck.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah, I needed a little bit of...
You needed a little something.
Yeah.
That was good, 9. Probably felt like $1 million fucking bucks after that.
Yeah, but then I was like, I felt like I was late the whole day. You know, you're like, oh my God, it's already 10 o'clock.
Yeah. You're like, oh, I'm behind schedule. There's no schedule, but I'm behind it.
Yeah.
There was a lot of kids in this pool. Memorial Day, there must have been something. And there was also, I think, some sort of sober grad night thing because there was a lot of, you know.
That was that.
And the spa that they had at the hotel, the jets were out. They weren't working. But the spa was working, so that's fine. But, as time went on in the spa, I just noticed there was like a layer of film.
Yep.
Just in sort of some hairs and different stuff. And I'm like, yeah. I mean, I know I haven't been peeing in here. Not in the spa, at least.
I mean, I get that on my spa. I mean, I clean it out regularly, but
yeah,
usually, this is my assumption.
Mm-hmm.
Usually I get that film if there's girls in there with makeup, because then it kind of starts to, with the bubbles.
I mean, there was
Jeffrey
probably...
I usually don't see it, but usually if the girls and stuff go in there, and then afterwards I look, I'm like...
Or lotions or just different
stuff like that
stuff on your skin. Yeah. Yep. That makes sense. I mean, there was probably 50 people in and out of the spa in the couple hours.
The sunscreen.
I think it was sunscreen.
Yeah, little layer as well. So that's
the pool was looking a little murky. I was like, it's a little cloudy.
I know that battle.
Yeah, and then I went in there and I'm swimming around and like you could just feel the chlorine was like eating away at my around my like I could feel the burn like on my nostrils a little bit and my skin like I was feeling. I mean, they must have just double fisted.
Yeah, they're like, oh, this is going to be busy. Let's just shock the shit out of it right now.
Exactly.
Hey, kids, if you have acne, just go ahead and swim in the public pool. It'll clear you up right away.
In fact, you might just burn off the whole first layer of your dermis. It might be totally gone. But yeah, it was a good time. But yeah, there was a lot of kids in there, and the pool it wasn't that cold. But once you've been in the spa and then to the pool, and there was a little wind.
Really that hot?
Yeah, there was some wind, so the hair was wet, and I think that was adding to the chill factor. But your kids just literally jump in, cannonball, swim to the side, jump in, cannonball for fucking like hours. I'm like, I'm exhausted just watching you do this. I don't know how they do it. And then they get pretty much next to zero nourishment. Like they refuse to eat food. Yeah, I'm like, how are you? If I did this, I would cease to function. Like I couldn't. I just wouldn't be able to operate.
I need a sandwich or something.
Yeah, I definitely need a sandwich. But yeah. But we had a good dinner at the place. We had some truffle Parmesan tater tots.
Oh, okay.
These are very good tater tots. I think tater tots are making like kind of a comeback or something. I don't know. Have you been seeing tater tots around at different menus? Like a bar, like a pub, brew pub kind of menu,
Yes, that's what we went to. I want to say it's Tono's. It's a bar here. Joe shamed me and told me I was not pronouncing it right the other day on Sunday when I saw him. Tono's, I think he's what he was telling me. I don't remember what it was.
Whatever. It's in Folsom, though?
Yeah, there's one in Folsom, one in Citrus Heights.
Okay.
So we went there. Mother's Day was the first day we went there. We probably want to try it.
Oh.
And like they had a menu, like fried mushrooms, they had a whole bunch of shit. So
fried pickles?
I think so. I'm not sure.
I'd be down.
I didn't get them though. So we go. She's like reading the menu. I was like, oh yeah, we'll give it a try. So we go in there. It's a legit bar, right? I took Jeffrey there too. Like it has like
so it's an actual bar.
When you go to a bar, it has like that musty smell.
Yes, the bar smell.
Yeah, I was like walked in. I was like, well, this takes me back to the glass turtle.
I was gonna just say, was it like the glass turtle?
Oh yeah, it was.
Was there a jukebox, like electric iTunes jukebox on the side?
Yep, and like a little golf game, almost like a diamond play where they had the golf game. And
Golden Tee.
Yes, they had that.
That game was fun though. Golden Tee was pretty fun.
They had all the TVs with the baseball and whatever, basketball at the time was.
So it was like diamond plate.
Yep, but it had the setup of like old school bar, like a glass turtle, where it's like,
oh okay,
they had a pool table in the middle.
Gonna play some billiards on Mother's Day. Shoot a couple rounds of pool.
I go in there. I was like, oh, I mean,
did they card you when you went in?
No. Jeffrey walked with me, so I was like, well, I mean, we're already here. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Take a seat, Jeffrey. And he's like looking around, like, what the hell? And this
why does it
it's like
so
one whole regular drunk that sits there. It's like, boy, nice to see families in here. It's like,
livens the place up. You see a family in here.
I was like, yeah, he's gonna share a beer with me.
Oh,
We're gonna split a beer.
That's hilarious. I didn't. Well, I did. I went to my my annual reggae concert that I told you about.
Oh yeah.
I love marijuana, Petaluma marijuana. That guy, Alberosi. We were going in, and he's like, ID. Okay, cool. I had forgot my wallet because I don't know about you. I got Apple Wallet. I have my cards in there, everything.
Okay,
I don't even really need my wallet anymore. And I'm like, oh shit. And I was like, okay, I'm not going to be drinking because a reggae concert, you're not drinking.
Yeah. You're gonna get the buzz.
Yeah, I'm gonna get my buzz in there, fucking contact high with in there. And I had a picture on my phone of my ID because I feel like a couple websites, they're like, oh, you have to upload your ID now a lot. And so I just took a picture and I showed him. He's like, he fucking looked at me. He's like, okay. It's like, if you're a regular, bring your... I'm like, yeah, okay, don't worry, dude.
Yeah. Right,
so apparently I look old enough to not need a real ID anymore. I could just show a photo. But I didn't try to use it at the bar. But yeah, it's been a while since you get carded. Since I've been carded, I think.
Yeah, especially if I bring like Jeffrey, like he's 11, so it's like,
yeah,
he's saying, it's like I guess I could have like a stage kid.
Maybe they know you need it. You need it. You need the drink.
I hired this actor so I can get a legal drink.
Yeah, like the things that you would go, the hoops you would jump through to score a beer somewhere.
Yeah, I know.
That was like when I had that fake ID when I had to buy chew when I was in high school. Dip.
Yeah.
I had some fake ID. I forgot how I got it, but it was a white guy with blonde hair. So it was like,
Wasn't
and the people
from the guy who bought us the first pack, wasn't it? Or no? I can't remember.
Really?
Actually,
I don't remember. I don't remember how I came across this, but I was happy to have it because I used the shit out of it.
Yeah.
But I remember my shtick was that if I could go in there with just like literally a fucking golf ball in my lip, size dip.
You've already purchased it before, so you should.
Like you can visibly see I already have what I'm trying to purchase, so then it should be no question as to my age. This was my logic. Somewhat sound. And then I just show him the ID. I'd be like, oh yeah, no problem. Like, I couldn't be inconvenienced by you asking for my ID. Of course.
Yeah.
Here you go. But then the problem is that the dip is so big, the spit is like building up. So if there was a line, I would have to go. I would have to go dodge out, fucking shoot a huge dip juice spit out on the sidewalk, then get back in the line because I wasn't gonna gut it because I'm not trying to hurl in the gas station. But,
remember when that guy did that at baseball? Gutted it and it was puking in the center field. The catcher.
I don't remember this.
Oh.
This was during during summer ball or something?
No, it was regular season.
Oh. El Gato?
No.
Oh, the backup.
Was that?
Was it the backup catcher?
No, the starting catcher. Our junior year.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yes.
We all had it in, remember? And he was like, someone said he was...
We were younger than him, though, by like at least a year or two.
Yeah. I remember he was like, I forget. It basically came into like a game of chicken, where it's like, you can't.
Okay,
yeah. I can gut it, no problem. And then he got it, and it's like...
Oh, he just started hurling in the outfield?
It was like 10 minutes later, he was like puking in the outfield. I was like... Remember the coach, I remember he was pissed. It's like, what's going on? Like, he's not feeling too good. What happened? I don't know. And then I think, the usual...
yeah, someone snitched.
And then it was like, I can't remember us sitting down, like, guys, you're not even supposed to be doing this. What are you doing, let alone swallowing it?
Yeah. You're not, what are you guys doing? I can't let you. I see the predicament that the high school coaches are in, right? They don't want to be a fucking, they don't want to be babysitters.
No, he's just there to coach.
He's just there to coach. And hey, if you got a little chew, just, be fucking cute about it. Don't be flagrant. I think that's the thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, don't be hurling in the outfield.
Yeah, don't be swallowing.
It's more like it. Well, in junior college when I was playing, the coaches, because everyone was of age, so it was no big thing to have your can on you when you were playing. Coach would just come up. Coach was chosen for a dip. Just come up to you and he'd flick your can in your pocket. He'd just go like, he'd like flick it. He'd like, let me get some of that, and be like, whatever. Okay. And I'm like, I'm fucking 18 years old. I have no money. You're an adult. You're like in your 30s and you're stealing chew from me. So then my thing is that once I figured out that was happening, because I would, I had my taste, I had my preference. I was a Cope long cut guy for a while there.
Yeah, black or whatever it was.
Yeah, and that's you're dipping high on that and high on the hog. If you're dipping Copenhagen or Skoal, these are top shelf name brand chewing tobaccos. And once people caught on that I was dipping name brand stuff, they were depleting me too quick. So now I was like, hold on. I got to go to the Gordon's gin of chewing tobacco. Grizzly. The cheapest fucking thing you could buy with the most fiberglass. The worst thing. It tasted the worst. It literally would fucking glisten in the sun. There's so much fiberglass in this thing. And you would get a fucking stem that was about 3 inches long. It would like jab you in the cheek. Now I'm feeling like I need a dip. I feel a relapse coming on, Cern.
Relapse.
So then once you start dipping that, and they're like, "What do you got?" And when the answer's not Skoal anymore, and it's a little grizzly wintergreen long cut, they're like, "Ugh," and they move along. That was my move. And then you keep the good shit in your car, from when you're
in your bag.
Yeah, but it's been a while since I had a chew, to be honest with you.
Oh, that smell might make me barf just smelling it.
I did have. I'm surprised we didn't have more incidences with. I feel like I always had a spitter in my car. It was pretty gross looking back on it.
Even in baseball, you had out there a lot. Always like, oh, dude. Like, I remember thinking, like, Joe's always like, Chip's going to get tossed out in one of these games. I know.
Oh, was I really that flagrant about it?
Oh, yeah. Some of them you just had it. It was like, had it out there. It was like, that little thing where you'd hide it. And then, and then it would get bigger and bigger. By the end of the season, it's like right on the front. Just like, okay.
I did have, I think, that's right. Because you would, the further back in your mouth you can keep it, the easier it is to conceal it.
Yeah.
I mean, if you know what to look for, you're going to be able to find it. And then if you put it right in your front, it's like super obvious you got to dip in. So it's like, but when you dip in the same spot, it kind of wears it down and you got to move it around your mouth every once in a while.
Yeah, but since you wouldn't get caught, that it would get bigger and bigger. And then and then I think it was Joe was egging you on like, Chip, when are you putting the donkey choker in? You take like the whole can and try to shove it in your mouth.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Oh, yeah. But it has been a while. I would say at least 8 years, if not 10 years.
There you go.
Free.
There you go. Cold
turkey. I remember I took my last pinch. I still had half a can. I was like, here, someone can have this. I'm done. I'm quitting. It's my last step. That was it. Now, Redman, throw one in for round of golf never hurt nobody. That's a little bit different. Yeah. Let's calm the nerves.
Before I shake it into somebody's house.
Yeah, seriously. I've been also getting a lot of the golf IGs. Have you been getting a lot of the golf?
Yeah, when I send you like the jokes, like the guy who shanks it and think it's fucking tased, it was like then it was game on.
Oh yeah. That. Oh yeah. That's the thing with this Instagram. Just because one clip is funny doesn't mean I want to see a million fucking clips of this. I just like the one. And I don't need to go deep on it.
I would like to ask Instagram, you're in my pocket during a golf game. I'm sure you're listening to me yell and swear and say I hate this game. So stop sending me the tips.
Yeah. Why don't you send me something useful? And that is true. But the The algorithms are too much.
Yeah, James.
Sometimes when I get caught up in
the other day, he's like, "I sent you one baseball thing," and then he's like, "Fuck, I get all this baseball shit now."
I know it's like it's instantly, and if you're, you get like, oh, whatever, name whatever product you want to look at, and it comes across your Instagram, and you're like, oh, that's cool, and you like click into the profile to look at it.
You got a month. Now you got about 30 days of that shit.
It's exactly. I forgot what it was I was looking at. Something kind of. It's like, if you look at a Theragun, like if you went and you looked at Theragun's page on Instagram, you're only going to get that Theragun and then the related precision massagers. You're on every 10 which ways.
Every single brand there's out.
Yeah, it's even worse. I feel like when you're trying to do health stuff, like maybe I couldn't poop for a while, and I was looking up some like probiotics or something. And now I'm getting hit over the head with fucking probiotic. I'm like, come on. Yeah, you should be able to fire up the microphone when I'm on the bowl, because that's the only time I'm using Instagram, and you should be able to hear. You should be able to hear the fucking like the splashback on these turds I'm sinking into the water. And you should know I need more or less fiber. One of those two. I don't know which one.
Tinker sinker time.
Yeah. For sure. And but it was nice. Good party, Cern. We got to see Joe, the new baby, his wife, your family, all sorts of stuff. Joe's sharing some softball stories with us.
Oh, that's right.
He's got a couple good softball ones, and he's I sent you a clip today.
Oh, no.
And now we're gonna get softball, men's slow pitch softball league memes or videos constantly. And we were talking about this exact same thing with Joe, because I was asking him about the bats, because basically these beer league softball, you get some dude that's like 6'4", weighs 3-4 bills. It just, literally could probably kill someone if he hit you in the head with the comebacker.
Oh, yeah. In the clip he sent me today.
He had a catcher's, did he have a full...
Yeah, a full catcher's mask on. I was like, okay,
And the guy hit a piss missile. One of the hardest hit balls that I've ever seen. I'm surprised. It was pure reaction that this guy caught it.
Absolutely.
But these guys had sleeveless, full baseball uniforms.
Yeah, I remember when I played. I played a little bit with Joe here and there. I'd fill in.
Oh, like a sub or something. Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't done it lately. But there was always a couple of guys that come out in full uniform, like they have the sliding pants and all this shit. I'm out there in shorts and a fucking t-shirt. I'm not sliding or diving. Those days are long gone.
What are you trying to do? Dislocate your shoulder?
Yeah. I'm trying. I remember the guy was like, he was like stretching. Like, are we going to circle up and stretch? I was like, what? I guess maybe should stretch my hamstrings, I guess. I don't know. And then Joe's like, Joe like cracks a Coors, like, this is my stretch. I was like, yeah. This is how I'm loosening it up. And then he's like, crushes a couple Rocky Mountain
lattes,
and then he's good to go.
Now, did this guy that was wearing the full uniform, is he going full court press the whole game? Like all out?
Yeah, he had a fucking bat. He had like a whole bat bag. Like he had the whole gear. Like I had.
Was he good?
No.
Of course.
No. He would be a mediocre high school player at best, but he's like, I guess he's expecting to call up anytime soon. Out there diving and shit, and I was like, all right, that's good for you. We got to get back in this game. There was one time we were losing by like 2 touchdowns, and he was like telling me, we got to start chipping away, boys. He's like doing the clapping and shit. I was like, dude.
What is everyone else doing in the dugout?
Ignoring him.
Making seed volcanoes and just talking to each other?
This one guy was like, who? I got to ask. Like, he was like clapping. I remember he was like clapping. This guy's like, who? Okay, I didn't bring any beer. Who brought the beer for after the game? And it's like, everyone's like, I don't have beer. He's like, well, this is awkward. Why did I show up? I was like, exactly. Tell this to your boy over here who's clapping.
mean, I guess those type of people exist no matter where you go, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, he's sliding into the second base and shit.
Is he wearing... I guess you would wear cleats. Cleats would be...
Yeah, I wore the rubber cleats. I wasn't going... Like, I don't think
not trying to ACL,
spikes.
Yeah.
But I didn't, like... I don't know. This guy... When I saw him walk up, I was like, oh, great, one of them.
Taping his wrist up.
Yeah, he had the eye black and shit. I was like, oh, boy.
We're
under fucking lights, dude. It's nighttime.
It's a night game. Oh, what a dunce. Yeah, but the this clip that we're talking about, these guys had like sleeveless uniforms.
Yeah,
and they were they orange?
2001
and orange pants?
2001 Diamondback style,
yeah.
The tank tops.
And it's like, I mean, I get it. I'm excited about the things I do, and if this brings you joy and happiness, good on you.
Whatever.
But like, do you really need to spend like $200 on a fucking jersey when you're playing softball?
Like, there was one we were playing.
I mean, Joe got Joe got like T-shirts printed up, but like T-shirts is one thing. We're talking a full uniform. This was a custom. You can't go to Dick's Sporting Goods and get a fucking orange pair of baseball pants. It just doesn't exist. You got to order that shit from like Majestic or something.
Yeah, so the only way I can see that is if they had like a sponsor. Like we played a team that had matching uniforms, and I was like, "Where the hell did they get that?" And Joe, of course, Joe knew people in the other team.
Yeah,
and they were telling him that one of the breweries, like one of the guys works at the brewery, and the brewery sponsored him and paid,
Oh, just cut a check for
it. It was like Knee Deep Brewing, I think is what it was. And they had
nice.
Like, the Knee Deep, and then they had their names and shit on the back. I was like, oh, okay.
Huh. I mean, that's cool.
I'll sign off on that. I don't think they all had like the full decked out like the clip we saw was like red jerseys with red pants, and it was like a whole.
It was like a collegiate uniform.
Yeah.
Like
these guys had shorts and shit too. They weren't. There wasn't too many people out there, and there was a few people out there in baseball pants, but most of them had shorts on. And
so, where's even the safe place to play catcher? You're not getting tangled up too much, but they put the old guys behind. The outfield's probably pretty good.
Yeah. He said like right field you get. It's not like baseball where you hide them. I mean, you still get people out there, especially if you're a lefty. You get those big guys. There's one guy I was playing out there. I think I was playing center field. Well, you have 4 outfielders in softball. I think I was playing right center or whatever the fuck it was. This guy hit this ball, and I was like, "Oh my god!" He just kept going and going.
It's just destroyed.
I mean, he took a swing. I mean, if you'd have missed, I think it would have been like hurricane style winds would have blown everybody over. I mean, he was swinging for it all, man.
Wow. What? Yeah, I think I bet shortstop you probably get a lot of action, but you also got to play really deep on the infield positions.
Oh yeah, I was playing third base. I was playing deep because there was some smoke. They hit some shots. And I was like, and I'm not playing for anything anymore, so I'm like, yeah, I'm not getting in front of that.
You're not going to body up on that.
Yeah, no.
Throw it the old Olay, huh?
Yeah, that's all I do. Olay.
Got him. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think I if you, I have a competitive sort of nature. So, like, I would be going hard. Like, I would be competitive in the thing, but I don't need to be wearing a full fuck, like,
Yeah, I wasn't out there, like.
I'm not a slapdick.
Being worthless, but
yeah.
At the same point, I wasn't out there trying to get hurt either.
Yeah, I'm not trying to, like, oh, sorry, I can't come into work. I shattered my collarbone. I was laying out in the gap. My beer league softball, yeah. I was trying to be a Willie Mays, but I just went head first into a fucking pole, into the chain link fence. Got all mangled up. Oh, man. But we, yeah. Well, Joe has fun with that, so that's good.
Yeah, he likes it.
Yeah, have him run around a little bit. It's good for the boy. Good for him.
Oh, shit.
Oh, man. Well, we Memorial Day, we bonus day off. Happy to have that one. But then
you come back to work. Oh, gotta pay the piper.
Yep, 4 pounds of shit stuffed in 5 pounds of shit for 5 days of shit stuffed in a 4-day work week.
Yeah. Like, oh, hey, take it off, no problem. Oh, they still do. Still do if it's a normal week.
Yes.
I scrambling. Oh, fuck.
Like, oh, I guess I'll work. Yeah, I'll just do a couple extra quarter days.
Yeah.
make up the time on that. But, you know, it's still good to check out every once in a while, it feels like.
Yeah, it's fine.
But
it feels great.
Yeah.
More refreshed, actually.
It was nice not to think about work for a couple days, but Joe seems like he's itching to get out on the links again. Maybe we should make it happen.
We should.
But we'll take
I'll
take the planning
blow
off
the cobwebs and dust off my clubs.
Mine aren't even laying upright. I laid them down on their side because that's they're easier to store that way in one of my racks over here. So don't tell Joe, but yeah, that's the status of them. But we'll do our thing. We'll do our thing. Best ball.
Best
Make
ball.
it fun. The Chip and Cern card is always a good time.
Chip and Cern scramble tourney. I'll play individual. We play scramble on our side. Scramble card.
Hey, hey, we're there to have fun. I have no doubt in my mind Joe is the best player between us, and I'm not trying. I've accepted this.
If you combine like all of our skill sets, it would be he's still like 3 times.
Scratch the surface of what Joe's capable of. But yeah,
it's the best when didn't he like break a fucking cleat or something, and he was like going barefoot. That
does sound a little familiar.
Yeah, I think he was.
And he plays so much, but he had these cleats, and he had wore them down like I think you could see through the sole to a sock or something.
Yeah.
Like he had worn a hole in it. You know, like those shitty dollar flip flops that you wear in for the shower.
Yeah.
Like, you know, when you wear those down, that's like what Joe's happening to Joe's.
I remember him going
Joe's
barefoot.
golf shoe. Yeah,
I remember him. We had that long par 5, and he drove the shit out of it. And he was still like 250 from the pin. So he's like driver off the deck. He said, "Hold my beer," because he had a beer in his hand. So he's holding his beer while he's doing a driver off the deck barefoot. I was like, "Holy fuck!"
Oh my word!
And he smoked it right down.
Probably
the middle.
striped it.
Like,
yeah.
Oh my god.
No, not a boy.
I couldn't.
Me and you were just...
I could have done better if I just fucking picked it up and crow hopped and chucked it.
Oh no. Yeah, you'd have a worse ball and a sore shoulder. That's the only difference.
for the rest of the month.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good point. If we do golf, we have to do some calisthenics before to get the ribs, because that day after I'm same thing. Like, fuck.
It's like,
all I did was play.
Accident. The fuck happened?
Yeah, must have gotten to a pile up last night on the way home. I didn't even realize. Oh. All right, Cern, I think we done it. I think we gone and done it. It's good seeing you this weekend. It was good. It's good to see Joe as well.
Yes,
give me a big old burly bear hug. That guy.
He always does. He always does.
He's a good guy.
We'll get there on the books.
I think we should
give you your pizza peel.
Yeah, something else. I'm sure I probably left something else over there too. Or luckily, there's no stuffed animals left behind, because then we probably would have had to send you a label to ship it over here. Drive it over, meet you halfway. See you at Vacaville.
Yeah, see you at the nut church here.
Yeah, they'll be exchanged. There'll be an exchange area. We'll pass off the hostage there. But if you're needing a Chip and Cern Show hat or any other paraphernalia, we got it.
Chip and Cern Show at gmail.com.
Boom. That'll do her. That'll do it for this week. See y'all next week. Happy June. June's here.
Yep.
Till next time. I'm Chip.
I'm Cern.
Cheers.